Hello, Paul here with my latest trip report, and this is Delta Airlines Flight 5806 with service from Medford, Oregon to Seattle, Washington. And if you like videos about travel such as this one, I kindly ask that you consider clicking on the subscribe button, and also consider clicking on the bell so you'll be notified of any videos that I post in the future. And as always, I welcome any likes, comments, or sharing of this video as you see fit. So, this is Records Travels. Let's take a trip. So today we're flying from the Rogue Valley International Airport in Medford, Oregon to Seattle Tacoma International Airport in Seattle. So the Rogue Valley International Airport serves a community of about 250,000 residents in Southern Oregon and is served by most major U.S. carriers. So as we walk in through the front entrance, you get a sense of what this regional airport is like. It's very small, it's very easy to navigate. But one thing I thought was really cool was that for security, if you see it there, there's a TSA pre-check line. I thought that was pretty awesome. When it comes to regional airports, I'd love to know if you have one that's particularly special. Leave me a comment, let me know where that is. I'd love to hear from you. So in the ticketing area, you can see the major carriers that are there. United, Delta, American, and Alaska all have flights to Medford, making this easily accessible. I'm flying on Delta today, so you check in at the kiosk, write in your ticketing, very simple, very easy, and then it's time to head through security and into the gate area. Now, this is not a big airport, there's not a lot of gates, so you really can spread out anywhere inside of the gate area, and you're never going to be far from your flight. So if it's really crowded, you can sit further away. It's just really one big room, which makes it really easy. Now, I love plane spotting. And I think it's always interesting when you see larger planes that serve a small regional airport. In this case, this is an Allegiant Air Airbus A320 that's pushing away from the gate, getting ready to take off for its morning flight to Los Angeles. And shortly after that Allegiant jet took off, my flight arrived from Seattle. And here it is pulling into the gate area as it prepares for the very quick turnaround in Medford before it flies back up to Seattle. So for our flight today, we were going to be boarding out of Gate 4 here in Medford, which would mean that we would be walking out onto the tarmac. So I was flying in first class, which means I was able to board with the premium boarding group. And basically I was the second person on the plane. So after having my boarding pass scanned at the gate, I headed outside. Now you have to head down a little set of stairs, which isn't too bad. And then you have to kind of navigate the little maze of cones here in order to get to where you need to go, but somehow I managed to figure it out. I always think it's a real treat when you can be on the tarmac and actually get a good look at the plane from this perspective. I really like that. Now, this is a Delta Connection flight, which is actually served by Compass Airlines. As I make my way up the ramp, I get another good look at this great airplane, this Embraer 175, which you can see has been in service since October 2007. And from there, head on in to find my seat. So as I board and enter into the plane's cabin, you can see that there is the 1-2 configuration in first class, 2-2 in economy. And for this flight, I'm in seat 3D. I was fortunate enough to not have anybody sitting next to me during the course of this flight, which made it that much more enjoyable. And these first class seats are very comfortable. There's plenty of room. They're very spacious. But the main thing that they don't have is they don't have that in-flight entertainment system. I would point out that if you are seated on the other side of the plane, which I was on the way down, the overhead bin space is very small, and so a lot of people wind up checking their bags at the gate. Now you can see here my backpack fits neatly underneath. There's power ports at the seat, which was not on the previous plane coming down, and also a little small tray that you could extend for your pre-flight beverage. They also gave me a pillow and blanket, but I'm not going to need it on a flight this short, but it's nice to have it if you want it.
Bin sideways, ensuring that the bin will close before taking your seat. If the bin is full, please go ahead and close the bin. Larger electronic devices such as laptops must be stowed prior to pushback, either in a bag under the seat in front of you or in an overhead bin. These items must remain free.
Your seat cushion is floatable. To use, pull up and remove the cushion and hold it to your chest.
Okay, so I finished my pre-flight beverage. The safety presentation was complete. That means the only thing left to do at this point is get in the sky. So enjoy the views of the takeoff from the Rogue Valley International Airport in Medford, Oregon. So taking a look inside the cabin during the course of this flight, looking around in first class, you can see even though it's a small plane, it feels very roomy. It doesn't feel crowded or cramped at all. And again, even though there is no in-flight entertainment system, it's a short flight. It's less than an hour, so you can look out the window and be entertained with the scenery. There is enough time for a beverage and snack service, and I always tend to get my usual Diet Coke, and I really like those Brookside clusters. They're really, really good. There is also access to Wi-Fi during the course of this flight, and the directions are there to show you how to access it. It's pretty simple, but it is worth kind of reviewing it in case you have any kind of difficulty. Delta does give you free messaging, and so you're able to use Facebook Messenger, iMessage, and WhatsApp during the course of the flight. Everybody can use that for free once they connect, and that's a really, really great service. So it allows you to stay in touch with people on the ground. Pretty cool. And before I knew it, the pilot was announcing that we were descending into Seattle. So after only about an hour, the plane landed back in Seattle. It was a very easy flight, very nice, super convenient. It's a very long drive if you try to do that, probably about 6 or 7 hours versus a 55-minute flight. So you really can't beat the convenience of it. And the service was great and the plane was great too. So getting off the plane here in Seattle, another flight completed in the books. I'd really appreciate it if you would comment or like this video. Let me know what you liked or maybe even what you didn't like. Love to get the feedback from you. And more of these will be coming soon. So stay tuned and can't wait to share more of my travel experiences with you. So thank you so much again for watching, and we'll see you on the next trip. Thanks.